Taking it on from the front.
So aggressive, he almost went up the wrong road there.
So many riders have done exactly that, but he's going to tie up when he comes into Siena and up this final climb. It's going to be between...
Ja, voor Stibar is het natuurlijk ideaal.
Gaat hij zichzelf opvolgen?
But it's easier said than done, because at the end of the day, you know, their legs are burning. You know, they're thinking about trying to save that wee bit, but they're not going to be able to finish in the first three today if they don't bring Sagan, Stibar and Cancellara back.
We have Sagan and Cancellara chasing on. Cancellara winner twice, remember, Mallorca and the Algarve.
See, at this stage, you just say, look, Vakoc, just leave him at the back. We'll do just a turn each, help each other, try and come back to the race. But they seem to be too, interested in each other. This gap to Brambilla is still only about 10 seconds. Cancellara and Sagan have to commit themselves. But Stibar is a very good position now. It's been a great team effort by Ethics Quick-Step today.
It has been superb. Remember, they only had one decent placing last weekend on opening weekend in Belgium. That was Łukasz Wisniewski, who finished 5th in Kuurne-Brussel-Kuurne. Sagan had 2 top 10s himself at the weekend. He was 2nd in Omloop at Nieuwsblad. He was 7th in Kuurne. As for Fabian Cancellara, we know it's his style, isn't it? He always sits out opening weekend, watches it at home on the television, has a conversation with his sports director, Dirk de Mol, whilst he's watching Omloop at Nieuwsblad and Kuurne-Brussel-Kuurne. He's racing this weekend though, and he's looking in mighty fine form.
Very good form, and Sagan also in good form. As you said already, he rode well the weekend or last weekend in Belgium, but they've got to catch this man first. And he's been the man of the race for me today, and just hanging on to a very slender advantage. It kind of goes slightly level, kind of downhill all the way in before they turn left, and then they go up this brute of a climb. But Cancellara and Sagan, what they're thinking at the moment, Cancellara will be thinking, well, how can I beat the world champion? Because in this type of finish, from what we've seen, Sagan looks as if he could be favourite, but don't discount Stibar. And Stibar just sitting on the wheel at the moment with his teammate in front. He's got every right to do so.
Well, Gianluca Brambilla, he's ridden so hard today that it almost makes me to think that he's the man who provoked the earthquake we had last night. A 3.4 on the Richter scale earthquake around the province of Siena yesterday evening. Maybe he was on his turbo trainer in the hotel room just warming up for this. He's been so strong today as Gianluca Brambilla. In the meantime, 3rd group on the road now, making sure they give it their all just to try and be involved.
I'm not too sure all of them are giving their all. They're more interested, as I said before, looking at each other rather than kind of helping each other. It's one of these things where, you have to communicate and say, come on, we're riding for 4th place at the moment if we don't help each other, but they've been attacking each other. The thing is, these guys don't have the legs to go with the likes of Sagan, Cancellara and Stibar.
2 kilometres to go. Cancellara starting to worry a little, starting to really chase it down. The gap has grown. 8 seconds now for Gianluca Brambilla. The problem for Brambilla is, if he really is running almost on empty, when he gets to that big gradient of 16%, that huge climb, there's a danger it could just blow up, isn't there?
Yeah, there is a big danger. Ulisi now coming towards the front. One of the local riders that we kind of pinpointed it could have an outside chance. He was in the group of on his own for Lampre, no other teammates. But Van Avermaet never had the legs to go with the riders in front. So it's going to be between Cancellara, Stibar and Sagan. But they've got to get this man back. 1.5 to go, and he's really given it 100%. Is he going to blow up on the climb? I think he is, because if he hits this climb, he's going to really need at least about 30 seconds. He's not going to have that, because it goes left here, starts to rise ever so gently, but then it really kicks up severely.
Yeah, it's all uphill towards the finish line now. Cancellara chasing 8 seconds behind. He's the man in the white and black. 1.4 kilometres to go. In the middle, you have the world champion, Peter Sagan. At the back, naturally, because his teammate's out in front, you have the defending champion, Zdeněk Stibar. Are they going to just wait for Brambilla to crack? Or Are they going to make a positive move before we get to the final kilometre here? 8 seconds is the split time. This is the man in the race lead, Gianluca Brambilla. He's an Italian, he's not a Tuscan, he's from Belluno in the north of Italy. He is on the form of his life right now, taking a win in Mallorca in a really hard race down to Andratx at the start of the year. And he is riding away. 8 seconds. Last kilometre.
The thing is, Cancellara's won this race. Stybar's won this race. Sagan's second twice in this race. See the last kilometre coming up now, so
they all know what's coming.
Can it be fate? Can we see the world champion win both the women's and men's events here? It's going to be very difficult to call, because Stybar, look at what he did last year. Cancellara looks strong, and he's a very intelligent rider, but it's going to be a very difficult call. But I would probably sway with Sagan taking the win here today.
It gets hard, it starts to really go uphill, but Brambilla still going, and everybody encouraging him. He's through the gates, he's into the city of Siena, and he's on those paved-stones that lead right up to the final straight to the line. Still going somehow, Gianluca Brambilla, who has attacked so many times we've forgotten in this race. Cancellara at the moment leading them up, with Sagan waiting behind. And remember, already one Rainbow Jersey victory today. That was Lizzie Armitstead in the first ever Women's World Tour race. Here's the climb, here's the big gradient, 16% now for Gianluca Brambilla. Fans riding and lining the road all the way up. This is hard, and this is the biggest test of the day for a man who's passed just about every single exam that they've thrown at him since the start of the day. Over 4.5 hours riding. It's been windy, it's been miserable, we've had rain at times, and Brambilla's still going. Listen to the noise, Brian.
I tell you what, he's hanging in here. He's no reaction from behind, absolutely no reaction. Cancellara, Sagan and Stybar. He only has to get up just as far as the eye can see, and then it goes right and it eases off a little bit. What a tremendous ride this is from this young man.
Well, Etixx Quickstep, this is their race. Stybar's not going to chase. He's so close to the top here, and he's still hanging on. Brambilla, now 350 metres to go, as Cancellara wakes up and thinks that he has to make his move. Cancellara's there, but following him all the way is Stybar, just in case. Etixx Quickstep primed to do the business here, losing contact to the Peter Sagan, the world champion. Oh, and this could be heartbreak. This could be real problems towards the end for Brambilla, who's going to be caught by Cancellara, caught by Stybar. Sagan is out of the running, I think. It's Cancellara against Stybar. 250 metres to go. What an epic day, a huge day at Strade Bianche. Cancellara looking for his third win. Stybar looking to defend the title. Sprint to the last, and we really haven't had this before. Cancellara then 100 metres to go. It's downhill. Piazza del Campo awaits. Cancellara is there, and it is going to be Fabian Cancellara. Fantastic. Number 3 of the season. Number 3 in this race for him. And Fabian Cancellara wins. The Etixx Quickstep dominance is broken, and it is a fairy tale for Fabian. Wow.